What's up, everyone? I guess you could say this is part two or a continuation of the story that I started to tell. I haven't figured out a title for this one yet because this story is sort of all over the place. As a matter of fact, it interweaves with some of the other stories and events that took place in my life, like I said before. And I don't want to make the story too long because of these other transpiring events that was occurring during this time. As a matter of fact, this is that same time period where my mom started playing with the Ouija board. So there was a lot going on. You know, it wasn't just one thing happened and then another thing happened. No, all of these things were happening simultaneously. And it actually I left a lot of key things out in the first part because I didn't want to stretch out the story too long, and there were things I was also forgetting too. So I didn't think about it until later. So I'm going to do a quick rewind of what happened, things that happened during this time, because as I've already mentioned, my mom started playing with the Ouija board. This is where the story starts to interweave into other things. My mom started playing with that Ouija board. Okay. Now, one time when Siobhan came over to spend the night at our house, she got scared. And we sat down in the living room, me, her, my sisters, and my mom. We was trying to figure out what was wrong with her, what was she afraid of. And according to her, she could have sworn she saw someone in the bathroom with her when she was taking a shower. Because we had a really big bathroom with a walk-in shower, so if anybody walks in there, you would definitely see them. Because we had a walk-in shower, it didn't have a curtain. So, you know what I mean? Whenever you use the bathroom, you always have to lock the door so no one walks in there on you, you know what I mean? It was a really big, spacey bathroom. But yeah, according to her, that was what she told us, man. She saw somebody in the bathroom with her. And she had got scared. Like I said, bro, my mom started playing with that board. Things started happening, bro. Often. And I was scared that Siobhan wouldn't want to come to my house anymore because of whatever happened in the bathroom. But she continued to come over still. You know what I mean? It wasn't like what happened with Eddie when Eddie came to our house. Eddie, when Eddie came over, he said that he saw something. I don't remember what he said he saw, but whatever it was, it stopped him from coming to our house for quite a long time. He didn't come to our house for a long time after this. And it made me sad because this is one of my closest friends. So, like I said, I'm gonna do a quick rewind. So, the kid that I had got into a fight with the day that I went to her brother's birthday party, me and him started getting into fist fights very, very often after that day. We will fight almost every time we see each other. Sometimes we'll see each other and we'll just go about our business, but it usually turns into a brawl on site. So one day we got out of school, we went to walk out into the fields because we just knew we were about to fight again. So we both walking into the fields. We're not saying nothing. So he put his guard up. I put my guard up. I'm like, you finna get knocked out today, bro. I'm gonna knock you out this time. That's what I said. I'm gonna knock you out this time. Um, and he was like, bro, he was like, yo, why are we fighting? He said, why do we keep fighting? What are we even fighting for? And I said, you know what, man? I have no idea, bro. And I didn't know. I didn't know why we were fighting like this, bro. All I know is one day I came outside and him and his sister were jumping my sister. And we've been fighting each other ever since, bro. I really ain't got no beef with you. If anything, I'm pretty sure my sister started that fight in the first place because she always starts fights. And she always get her behind whooped when she do. So I guarantee you, whatever happened that day, most likely my sister went outside, she saw them, she started running her mouth, and they jumped her. I bet that's what happened. I never even asked my sister what happened that day. I already know what happened. She always did stuff like this. You would think that she would have been humbled the first time when she got knocked in, her head knocked in, starting to fight with the wrong person, bro. And that little kid clocked her in the head with that toy. Clocked her right in the head. She ain't mess with that girl no more. Being a bully. Being a bully gets you nowhere, bro. So, yeah, sorry about that. So, yeah, that's basically how it went down. So, yeah, he asked me, you know, he was like, listen, man, he said, like, yo, let's chill out for a minute, yo. There's no reason for us to keep fighting, bro. Like, we see each other every day. We might as well be friends. He's like, you want more friends, don't you? Let's just play. And that was the end of the beef. He ended up being my best friend for many years after that, bro. I'm telling you, my life is weird, bro. This guy ended up being my best friend, one of my closest friends. And his uncle was around the same age as my older sister. So when I started meeting more of his family, I had met his uncle. And the guy, his uncle was Eddie. Okay? Eddie just so happened to be this guy's uncle. So I met the guy, Eddie, and I really liked him, bro. And you know what I mean? Eventually, Eddie met my sister, and he had a crush on my sister, and I told her. And him and my sister started dating. Very cute couple, man. I miss seeing those two together. Anyway, so Eddie would come to my house all the time and hang out with my sister. My mom didn't have a problem with it because she liked him. Everybody liked Eddie. My mom liked the guy, and his mother liked, you know what I mean? Like my sister, she liked all of us, man. Because she met me and my younger sister first. Like I said before, it was me and my younger sister who had gotten in a fight with them in the first place. So they didn't know my other sister. They never seen her before. So we all started meeting each other. I started meeting like all of their family. And they started meeting all of our family. Like even now still, we all know each other to this very day. So they come from a big family, and so do we. So like I said, Eddie ended up hooking up with my oldest sister. And one time Siobhan came over to our house, and Eddie just so happened to be there. And come to find out, Eddie actually knows Siobhan, my girlfriend. Small world, man. He's actually known her for years. He went to school with her cousins, so he already knew who she was. I didn't even have to introduce them. So, yeah, so that's where stories begin to interweave, like I said before, man. Because there are multiple people involved in my relationships with these people are different too. I have stories for each person. Things that, you know what I mean, took place in my life involving these said people. So yeah, Siobhan and Eddie had both claimed to have seen spirits in my house before. You know what I mean? Eddie stopped showing up at my house for a long time after that. Now, from now on, like when my sister wants to hang out with him, she either goes to his house or they just chill out on the front porch. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, my house was like the haunted house in the neighborhood. All the kids in the neighborhood was afraid of my house. All of the kids in the neighborhood, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Listen, man, there were so many things happening around this time period, bro. All of these things were happening around the same exact time, bro. I kid you not, bro. Because that was when that one kid, Tamil, he lived down the block from me. And for whatever reason, he did not like me. I didn't do anything to him or say anything to him. I didn't even know the guy. He just showed up one day acting like he had beef with me. This is that same kid that I told you guys he got hit by a car and broke both his legs. That was him. And guess what? It was right in front of the house that I lived in. That house everybody was scared of. As soon as he stepped off my porch, a car just flew out of nowhere and hit him. Neither one of us saw the car. Broke both of his legs, bro. Put him in a wheelchair for a whole year. That dude avoided me like the plague after that day, even now. Tamil sees me right now, he goes the other way. He avoids me, even still. All right, man, this story, I'm sorry, man, this story is hard to tell because there were so many things happening at the same time, man. All at the same time. So my friend Siobhan, she would come over on the weekends and she would spend the night with us. She ended up becoming friends with my sisters. But the real reason why she was there was because of me. This was actually my friend before my two sisters. So, I'm sorry, I'm sweating, guys. So, the sweat's getting in my eyes and stuff. So, like I said, she would come over on the weekends, she would spend the night with us. And, you know, and that would be the time I would use to get to know her better. We would talk and stuff. So, like I said, in my closet, there is a secret passageway in my closet, in my bedroom. So, when she's in my sister's bedroom, you know what I mean? When the girls are all in the room playing, I wasn't allowed to go in there with them sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes I would be grounded or or on punishment because I most likely just got into another fight, which is why my uncle started teaching me martial arts. I kept getting in fights. This is when my uncle started living with us. Man, I'm telling you, a lot of things was happening at the same time, bro. So I would sneak. My mom didn't know about the passageway that was in my closet. So even when she put me on punishment, it was still easy for me to sneak out without her knowing. I just need to know when to go back. Just in case she decides to check on me because she walk in my room and I'm not in there, she's going to be real mad. So I was smart about the way I did it. I didn't just do it all the time. You know what I mean? I didn't want her to catch me doing it. So, and sometimes Siobhan, she would sneak in to my room through the passageway. She would be hanging out in my room with me and my mom wouldn't know. My mom wouldn't know she was there. So, one time I snuck through the passageway. I went into my sister's room and I sat down on the bed next to her. It was late at night. It was like past bedtime. My sisters were already asleep. I had snuck in there because I was thinking about her. I wasn't ready to go to bed yet. I wasn't tired. So I went in there to see if she was still awake, and she was. And, you know, she started telling me, she was telling me that she was like sad and depressed. And I asked her, why? What's the matter? What's wrong with you? And she told me that she misses her father. She said her father was murdered. He was shot and killed. And I was just like, damn, that's messed up, yo. I'm sorry to hear that. And I told her, I understand exactly how you feel because my father was shot and killed also. My father was murdered too. And I do miss him, you know what I mean? It hurts to know that you'll never get to speak with him again. Knowing that I'll never be able to speak with him again, it's heartbreaking, you know? So I told her, I understand how you feel. And that's when she asked me to hold her, like hold her hand. And she wanted me to hold her. And I did, and she fell asleep. That was the first time she fell asleep next to me. That started happening all the time afterwards. We had started becoming closer and closer. You know, it got to a point where I started to know things about her that even her mom didn't know. Nobody knew. She started telling me things about herself that people didn't know. Because the way everyone else knew her, she was outgoing, she was outspoken, you know what I mean? She liked boys and stuff like that. But like I said before,